Despite being able to identify the source of the problem and the affected centers, we are conscious of the painful damage it has inflicted on the reputation of JAMB. As Registrar of JAMB, I hold myself personally responsible, including for the negligence of the service provider and I unreservedly apologize for it. And the trauma it has affected Nigerians to, directly or indirectly. Yes. Once again, we apologize and assure you that this incident represents a significant setback for the board's reputation. We remain committed to emerging stronger in our core values of transparency, fairness, and equity. It is our culture to admit error because we know that in spite of the best of our efforts, we are human. We are not perfect.
What do you people want me to say about JAMB? I don't know when I want my talk. It's only a proper revolution that will save this country. Don't know if it's revolution or a protest before I go say I don't commit, but it's only a great move that can save Nigeria. If not, we'll just be online talking. How can you come outside and say that there was a glitch that made over 10,000 students fail their exam? Until now, nobody has been sacked. You don't understand. The country is that, I don't know, Tinubu is that careless. Doesn't care because why is the Minister of Education still sitting down there? At first, this motherfuckers tried to gaslight us. First one saying that the system is eradicating cheating. That's why the children failed. And these children were making videos. Like, I know what I wrote. Please review my score. They came outside again. That is Yahoo on social media that made them fail their exams. These girls to commit suicide for these motherfuckers to come outside and issue a press conference crying. And some idiots are saying, oh, I feel for him. He must feel so bad that that bad will kill him. Even saying some people trying to defend this act because it is not their region, their tribe that was affected. You will tell us that the 5 Southeast States plus Lagos failed the exam and it's not deliberate. Nigeria, so now you're the play. Church will not do anything. I'm hearing that they're giving them 48 hours to come and rewrite the JAMB. 48 hours to come and rewrite the JAMB. Same JAMB that they used 1 full year to prepare. Yet in some centers, computer was not working. Like I said, Nigerians are not ready. You see all these things where they all they have will be like child's play. When we're not ready, it go stop. So just stop. Randy is now don't give everybody 30 days. Oh, you are thinking he gave only National Assembly? No, he also gave you. After 30 days and they refuse to reform the electoral rule, we will see what Nigerian youths can do. We will see if Nigerian youths are ready. Although when we have it just like this all over the place, we look as if we are never ready. But after 30 days, we will know whether more Kokuma stop to talk, and whether we will stand by waiting we need. Can I play my music now?
The registrar for JAMB, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, sir. You see, I dey try to focus on this 30 days countdown on electoral reform so that we not go lose focus, Nigerians. But this issue of JAMB, they give us very important lessons where we supposed to learn as a people. Not be only say we go just they talk, complain about the thing where happen. So we must not be bad students of history. We must learn the necessary lessons, and that is why we must talk about them. So the JAMB Registrar, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, I greet you, sir, and we thank you as you come out, can't take responsibility for the error where you talk say happened for JAMB exam this year. You said there was a glitch. Now you make the result where come out for 5 states in the Southeast and Lagos states. There was error, and then you shed tears. We thank you, sir. Now that place night you take better pass INEC chairman because both of you are similar. You they related in some things. The similarity you get, we say both of you get glitches. The INEC chairman have glitch in 2023 election. You have glitch in this year JAMB exam. But the difference, we say you come out, you shed tears, and then you take responsibility. INEC chairman no shed tears. He no apologize. In fact, even the grandstand and he still parading himself as an unbiased electoral umpire, which is a disgrace. But our dear Professor Ishaq Oloyede, sir, if you have any integrity in you and you know that under normal systems you should voluntarily resign and be out of that office, the same way the INEC chairman should have tendered an unreserved apology, resign from office and be under investigation for the conduct of 2023 election. Yes, sir. Now the right way to handle matters be that. Because professors, sir, Nigerians, the lesson where we must learn from this thing be say, we must ask the questions. If not be say the children and the parents of the children when they affected for this JAMB issue, all of them come out, they protest, they reject the result, talk say no be their result. JAMB in the beginning been they reject amo, but later on when they mount serious pressure, JAMB had to do investigation. If not for that protest, shall we for carry out any investigation? Shall we for agree and know say there was a glitch where caused the error for there? Waiting be the guarantee where we get to know say all other JAMB results where we done the right, say the result where JAMB they give people now their actual results. What is the guarantee? Nigeria. That is the same thing where we say we go fit learn from 2023. The same INEC chairman come out and talk say there was a glitch. Nobody talk anything. All of us accepted the result of criminality and rigging, and everybody move forward. And that is why all of them they try to consolidate on the same criminality they did in 2023 for 2027. Nigerians, now the lesson be that if nobody comes out to speak up and stand your grounds, there will be no change. Now the same JAMB now go set exam, he go put time for exam 6 a.m. and the town where they're supposed to go right now from far place from where the children dey. Anyhowness in the complete system, nobody is held accountable, nobody can be questioned. That is how Nigeria runs, on recklessness and irresponsibility. And the current chairman self, register self, he dey try. The former one, you remember Professor Deji Adeyanju? You remember? For JAMB to come out with this unfortunate and regrettable and distasteful statement, said that man proposes and God disposes. That is the statement from a government agency where the cause of your irresponsibility has led to the death of a young girl. And you they put out say that man proposes, God disposes. Everybody that is part of this process, you should be thoroughly ashamed of yourself. All of them are supposed to they shed tears for JAMB because another family they mourn their own pikin as a result of this kind of failure. So yes, the professor is supposed to they shed tears. But my dear Nigerians, if we not pick up the lessons and think of how to fix the electoral process to be able to hold these leaders accountable, there will be nothing that will change. In normal situations, every government institution must have a public watchdog, an independent inspector general to be able to audit those institutions. There must be the police of a police, and that will come by institutional reform. So if you they claim to be activists, advocates, or you like Nigeria, and you are not talking about governance and how elections go better, you are being mischievous. You know what you are doing. Unless the only thing where you dare be say you are not interested in solving the real issue because it will put you out of business. Because for many people, the more there is anarchy, the more you have issues to discuss. But if we want to focus on the root cause of the problem, it has to begin with fixing INEC and electoral reform. There can be no democracy without free and fair election. This must be our focus before 2027. If not, there are many more years of JAMB glitches, INEC glitches, insecurity, inflation, hunger. It will only get worse. Fix INEC. My name is Peter for Nigeria.
All right, so I didn't want to say anything about this JAMB until I saw this very irresponsible and insensitive tweet from JAMB, right? It says, man proposes, God disposes. It has been established that a technical glitch affected 157 centers out of the 887 centers in the 2025 UTME. This was basically responsible for the general low performance of the candidates scheduled to sit the examination in those areas. As such, all the affected candidates will be contacted to reprint their examination slips towards retaking their examination starting from 16th May 2025. Man proposes, God disposes. That is what you can say to this girl that died herself because of your glitch. It says, sad 19-year-old girl Timileyin Faith Opesusi commit buying herself in Lagos over low score of UTME. Man proposes, God disposes. This is what you can say to all those children that you people have depressed because of your incompetence that you call a glitch. When do we stop making excuses for incompetence in Nigeria, for crying out loud? When? Because make it make sense. These people came out to say out of 1.9 million students that wrote JAMB, 1.5 million failed. And some people were mocking these children online, saying, children now TikTok, now they do, now why all of them fail? You people were laughing. Now they don't say a glitch. Who are they going to hold responsible? One girl don't buy herself. And I want to believe, I want to check what is in this girl's mind now, right? Rest in peace to her. This is a girl that maybe she don't take her time, study. Morning, afternoon, night, to show, say, yes, I'm going to pass this JAMB. I'm going to be a distinction in this JAMB. And after all I study, I sweat. Una glitch can't give her low score that drove that girl to depression, that made her by herself. How many other students will be feeling this way? And you are coming now to say man proposes, God disposes. It's the Nigerian system I blame and the incompetent government we have. It's just the Nigerian system, nothing. Because by now, if to say all those children, they don't like JAMB lawsuits, make all their families start to write lawsuits against JAMB. Una for no get mind to write man proposes, God disposes. Whoever is behind this tweet, I'm sorry to say, but you're a very foolish person. Now, only for me to be going through tweets, and I even saw one from a Muslim rights concern. He said, JAMB is not at fault. You all failed because you party too much and rely on magic centers, but JAMB outsmarted you. Really? You see, the problem of this country is religion and tribalism. Now, see, religion. The only reason why Muslim rights concern is talking about this in this manner is because the head of the JAMB is studied Islamic studies. And this is what you can say that led to the crying of a girl that have depressed millions of students that sat for that JAMB exam. So which confidence do you want them to use to write your exam again? You think the children will be confident enough to still sit down for that exam? Do you know how many children you have killed their desires in education in Nigeria? And the only thing you can write is man proposes, God disposes. Does that fix anything? There's no sympathy, there's no remorse for your incompetence. You are blaming it on a glitch or your incompetence. Did you run a test on your system to be sure that your system is good? It's obvious that you people did not run a test. That is why I checked one boy. They posted one boy's result on his test. He got 169 score. Then when the results came out in JAMB, he got 250 something. That means a lot of children would have been robbed. A lot of students that studied hard for the exam, they will rob it and give it to Paul. And you write man proposes, God disposes. I don't blame una. Now the failed system and the Nigerian government, now I blame. I don't have anything other to say. But you're lucky. The people are lucky. You get away with it. You will get time where you go reach. The people will wake up, and by then you people will not be able to move. By then you will not be able to move. If to say they don't lock, we don't see students, or you cause depression for them, they don't lock that jumbo, you know go get time to tweet. You know the office they tweet this nonsense. But here we are. It is the failed government. Nobody is held responsible in this government. Nobody. This is a glitch that affected. Rest in peace, Timileyin. Rest in peace, my lovely sister. It's just so sad that you are a victim of the Nigerian government. That's the only thing I would say. It's so sad. It's so sad. First of all, when I carried that JAMB exam, I put on by 6:30. We talked that one that time. Where make them kidnap one girl. We said it that time. Nobody was held responsible for that. May God help this country. But you people should be careful. Time is coming. The people will stand up in one voice. And by that time, when I go learn, and when I go learn the hard way. Don't play.
Now, look at this. According to the news, 2025 JAMB, UTME 2025, JAMB releases results. You know what? Over 75% score below 200. It means say if now 1 million people wrote JAMB, 750 scored below 200. Say 250 scored from 200 and above. Just imagine. Like you can go and read it. Vanguard. 2025 JAMB results. Our failure as a nation.
People that did very well last year, that are capable of doing very well, are getting extremely low marks. Like me, because I had my exam on Monday the 28th, and it's like most people on that Monday they had problems because my system logged me out two times. So I don't know, maybe as it logged me out, the answer maybe submitted for me or something. So I really want to know what the problem is with JAMB. JAMB should be able to tell us what the problem is, and like where someone like me can drop from 297 to 155, which is painful because I don't know who is going to answer me now or where this message, but please, I want everybody to come together if you are facing this.
You don't hear him. He wrote JAMB. This pattern, I caught my attention. The system logged her out several times. Now, who is going to take responsibility? They paid for it, Abi. When you pay for something, there should be a guarantee of standard. What you pay for, now you go get. There shouldn't be anything like logged out. There is doubt now. Be like say, when they log me out, don't submit some, remove some, whatever. I don't know. Who is going to take the responsibility of something like this, allegedly as complained by this girl? I think there should be independent system auditor. There should be a way to audit JAMB. A way of saying, what you gave to these students is certified by somebody else, by another agency. Even the agency, how will we trust them? Like this type of problem now, we say, no be these students' issue, or no be our fault. She is saying, I don't know if this issue influenced my result. Why not give people like this second chance? Ask them to come another day. According to the news, JAMB 2025, General overview. How many people register? Start for exam 1.9, absent 71K, results release 1.9, see other scrutiny 39K, other investigation 1,400. Withheld results 96, last year now 123. Resit exam infraction, biometric fraud, identity fraud, double registration, impersonation, WhatsApp runs groups 244 candidates, extraneous fingerprints 3,656 candidates, biometric and identity issues, fingerprint rejection 2,157 candidates, multiple fingerprint registration by CBT syndicates. These were the reasons, okay? This was investigations and sanctions, 80 suspects, other police interrogation, 4 CBT centers delisted due to poor standards. So for this one now, the students that took exam in this center, JAMB will give them with the right. That is a big question mark. They pay for it. There should be a guarantee or satisfaction of what you are giving to them, because they are your customers. Which you think, drop out for comment section. Implicated CBT centers, High Technologies Limited, Abuja, Sascon International School, Abuja, Wudi Computer Info Tech, Kano, Peter M and App, Center 2, Sokoto. Now so we see for this year, 2025 JAMB. People, they para well.
Unfortunately, this is where we are as a nation. It's unbelievable, completely unbelievable that almost 380 people were failed, either intentionally or by negligence, and nobody is going to be punished for this, incompetence, crass incompetence on the part of those in government. And that's why more people will be emboldened and encouraged, more government agencies outside the JAMB and the JAMB of this world and the evil government people and civil servants of this world will be emboldened to do even worse than this. In Senate climes, the man will have resigned honorably. You don't need anybody to do a press conference calling for his sack. This is Nigeria where anything goes, where people read the election and tell you to go to court, and nothing will eventually happen. It's unfortunate. The person that rigged the election for Akpabio, allegedly, it was allegedly before, but the court now has found him guilty. They said he's not even in prison. The professor is not in prison. The man is not in prison. The man that was convicted for rigging election is not in prison. He walks free. That is to tell you that, indeed, all is not well with our country.
I always take exceptions to this issue about making something look as if it's a Nigerian thing. I believe that, yes, we make mistakes. We have problems with certain things that could be technical. And I always want us to look at the positive side of anything. If we are not doing it well, how can we do it well? It is not about condemning it. And I feel that each time we make it Nigerian, it pains me. Nigeria is not all that about negatives. And JAMB has not continuously been on the retrogression. This one came in, and I feel that people should take responsibility about it. I agree with my colleague when he says, when he talks about the challenges and the way we should go about it. I agree with that totally. And I feel that we can still up the game. The present registrar had put us at a particular level. And whoever is responsible for all of these infractions should be dealt with. And because one of the things that we have here is that each time there are infractions, there are no consequences. And consequences must be given. And some children have been punished unnecessarily, unjustifiably. So we should find a way of ensuring that something does not repeat itself. And not that it is a Nigerian thing and it must. No, it shouldn't be. Nigeria should be seen as doing it right, and we must work towards that. And we should not be all of the negative. There are things that works for us, and we must do it that way. We must support the registrar to make all of the amendments that are necessary so that we don't have such things repeat itself again. Every year we should have something that is giving us an improvement, not that we should be retrogressing. These are my votes for that now.
Making JAMB more viable and to fulfill the purpose for which it was established in the first place, would you support calls for a reduction in the number of hurdles that students have to cross before they get to higher institution, and especially to make the JAMB result valid for more than 1 year?
Well, by law, JAMB result is valid for 3 years. It's supposed to be valid for 3 years. It's there. It's not something that is new. And if anybody is not allowing that, then it means it's an aberration. I mean, if you have a certificate and for one reason or the other you cannot go, it is valid. It's supposed to be valid, and that is the law. You are not. It's not a favor. It's not that it is 1 year thing. Go and look at the policy statement of JAMB. It's 3 years. Now people are suggesting that it should be moved up to 5 years. So anything that anyone who is resisting and rejecting children submitting their results, bringing up their results after 1 year, is doing the wrong thing and it should be sued.
Reactions and developments surrounding the 2025 JAMB results has flooded the internet space in the past days by Nigerians. The release of the 2025 JAMB results has sparked widespread reactions among candidates and Nigerians at large. Many candidates, popularly referred to as JAMBites, expressed concerns over unexpectedly low scores and system irregularities. In response to the outcry, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board JAMB initiated an internal investigation into the matter. Following the probe, the JAMB chairman publicly acknowledged the technical and computer-related glitches that affected the conduct and grading of the examination. In a bid to uphold fairness and transparency, the board has opened up the possibility of a resit for affected candidates. However, this decision has triggered even more intense reactions across the country, with many demanding further clarification and accountability from the examination body. The situation continues to generate public discourse, with stakeholders calling for reforms to ensure the integrity and efficiency of future examinations. Let's hear from the board on their next moves from the next clips.
The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has begun a review of this year's UTME process following complaints from candidates nationwide. Since the release of the 2025 UTME results last Friday, JAMB says it has received an unusual number of complaints about discrepancies in scores. In response, the board has launched an early review of all three phases: registration, examination, and result release. Spokesperson for JAMB, Fabian Benjamin, says the results reflect actual performance, but any confirmed glitches will be addressed. More than 8,000 candidates have reported issues, including technical problems during the exam. Some have rejected their scores entirely, sparking widespread concern about the process. JAMB says it's working with tech experts, academic leaders, and educational researchers to identify and fix any issues. Before the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board ordered the review of the examination results, TVC News senior correspondent Sharon Jackson spoke to parents and students who believe key players must also be allowed to evaluate the process.
On May 5, 2025, the Joint Admission and Matriculations Board released the official breakdown of the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination results. According to JAMB, over 1.94 million candidates sat for the exam, but over 75% scored below 200 marks out of the 400 obtainable. Only 0.63% scored 300 and above, while 24,535 candidates scored below 100. The UTME is Nigeria's annual entrance examination for admission into universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. Given the score breakdown, my team and I visited a Lagos community with a high youth population. Many students there shared their experiences and specifically appealed for the cancellation of the 6 a.m. examination schedule.
I had biometric issues and they said they were going to reschedule me, but they haven't rescheduled me. It's been over 2 weeks now. They should reschedule it. I've been waiting since. They've not gotten back to me. They've been saying they are doing investigation.
Well, the overall JAMB experience was good, but I had a problem with my English. I did only 45 questions because number 1 to 10 English questions, there were no questions. It was only options. And the questions were 55 instead of 60. So that was the only problem I had. I also that at least they should not deduct the ones that I did not do. They should not deduct the mark from what I wrote because it was not our fault.
According to University of Waterloo, one of the key qualities of a good examination is that it provides an equal opportunity for candidates to fully demonstrate their learning. I met a concerned parent who claims that the questions his daughter encountered were incomplete. He questioned what exactly the examination body was trying to access.
Why not oblivious of the fact that WAEC examination are ongoing? We have contacted WAEC, and in an unprecedented show of solidarity, the council has graciously decided to, as much as possible, accommodate us within the WAEC time slot. You know, after JAMB, UTME, we start SSE of WAEC from 1st of May. This is their own period. After that, there will be NECO. After that, there will be NAPTEP. So there is no space between now and July to retake. So we now felt that if we speak to WAEC is just starting the practical this week, and this is the only space available for us to be accommodated between now and July. And we do not want to extend the torture beyond June and July. So we then decided unanimously that we should do what is possible to deploy the examination for the affected center on Friday, Saturday, and Monday for Lagos. But for the East, we will do whatever is possible, because of Monday because Sunday we will see what we can do in the southeast for Friday.